So this next exercise that I want to do, and I really wanted to do here, is called My Therapist and I. And it's about going to therapy. And I started going to therapy about just over a year ago. And it was like 2016, everything went to shit. Does anyone know anyone who had a good 2016? Good, no. Whoever said yes, I'm not your friend. 2016 was terrible. Like, everyone died. Snape died. Like, Prince died. Like, Trump, but Brexit. My love life died. My career died. Like, everything went to shit. And it took me a really, really long time to go to therapy. And just curiosity, I mean, if you're not comfortable, don't do this, but by a show of hands, like, does anyone who goes to therapy in this room? Good. Like, therapy has been incredible, like transformative. And since I went to therapy, I've become that really annoying dick that says to everyone, like, you need therapy. Like, I even said it to my parents. I was like, have you two considered therapy? And like, I'm such an advocate of it. Like, I think it should be put into the curriculum, and I think everyone should have a year of it, at least in the curriculum. And men and boys, like, especially, please go to therapy, because you're trying to like work out your issues in like women's vaginas, and it's not working. I don't need you to go to therapy. Thanks, cool. Okay, great. So this poem is about my experience with therapy. My tongue is a trigger I am learning to prise my finger from. Too good at pointing it inwards, I aim and I fire throughout the night, and it does not light me down but burns me down. It does not light me up but burns me down. Morning breaks and I sift through the battlefield looking for survivors, and there's nothing but an empty version of myself that's become too familiar with the floorboards. So I peel myself off them and wonder how many deaths I need to die before I'll consider getting help. How many oceans must spill out of my eyes before I'll reach out? How many invitations I'll turn down because I'm too down to turn up? How many times I'll tell my friends I'm busy just so I can sit alone in my bedroom, back pressed against the radiator because it's the closest thing to being held. So I get help. I go to therapy, and when she asks me to tell her about myself, my tongue no longer has anything to say. I stutter out my education, the books I like, and where I was born, because facts are easier to hold than feelings, and I don't have the words to tell her about the emptiness in my chest, the hollowness that came the day you left, and how my body is still trying to hold you. It's as if my muscle memory remembers the shape of you, and my stomach contracts with longing every time. She asks me if there's anything specific I want to talk about, and I don't know how to condense years of trauma into 60 minutes. How do I tell her that my father's absence has me falling for men who never stay, that my mother's sadness has soaked into my bloodline, and I'm afraid it'll never wash out, that I keep falling for men who only know how to love in clenched fists, and how I can't love myself enough to leave when I should. I don't know how to tell her that I've tasted abuse in all of its flavors, and it's left a bitterness on my tongue. I don't have the words to tell her that I have become half wolf in my wanderings, and howling at the moon is the only way I know how to cry. So I say nothing. And then all of a sudden, I say everything, and the words become an amen. They become a battle cry and my own manifesto. They become a promise, and I am learning that grace comes in many forms, that smiling is a form of grace, that this poem is grace, that grace can be found in the bottoms of teapots and in the crumpled tissues I shed in my therapist's office. I am learning that cold bathroom tiles and rivers of sadness that flow from my eyes have a grace all of their own, and I'm allowed to cry at as many parties as I like, that going to therapy and saying nothing at all is better than not going at all, that in the silence of that room I am free, and the demons that chase me must always wait at the door. Thanks.